of OSI model so that you can come to it, I mean, during your study and come and revise it from the video as well. Okay? Do you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So let's carry on our discussion.
Excuse me, sir.
One
Sir,
of the
before you
important
start,
topics that we are going to discuss today is the OSI model. OSI model, it is the open system interconnected or interconnection. This system basically they agreed on the hierarchy of transmitting the signal from one computer to another or from one device to another. The signal will pass through different type of ways. For example, the signal when we want to transmit it, or for example, let's say that what we are doing now, we are in the application level or on the software layer level. That means, first of all, we have to have some applications. Hello?
yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, be with me.
Yes,
So if
sir.
I'm
Yes,
sending a
sir.
signal from one sender to a receiver, and also from the receiver to the sender. So first of all, we will work on the application layer. It's called application layer. Application layer where the network layer are available there. So what is the network applications? Anyone can let me know. What is the network applications? We have discussed, I think, this. Like, for example, WhatsApp. WhatsApp, it's a type of network applications. Like this Google Meet, it's a type of network applications which will not work. It's application which cannot be useful only in case of the presence of the internet. When the internet is available, this application is useful. That's why they call it like the application layer or the application networks, WhatsApp, Facebook, Google Meet, or whatever, Skype, all these types of applications, which just for me as a user, I interfere, I use it. I have to, all what I have to do, I have to open that application and send my message to the receiver side. So that's why, so it allows access to the network resources. Okay, then we come to the presentation layer, the second layer. Now when this application has been received, I'm sending, for example, to you like hi or assalamu alaikum, for example. When I'm sending the message to you, it will be received. When you write it, it will go through one program. It's called socket programming. This socket, it's not available here, and this is like a type of high level of explaining, which it's not, important for you. But just to let you know that this message will be translated and will be sent to the other layers, to the transport layer, this one, which is important layer. These two layers are new layers which they came. So basically OSI models are the main layers are there. It's 5. Application layer, this one, then transport layer, then network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. We will explain this one by one. These two layers here, just they have been added. One, for example, for the encryption and compress of the data, and the other one is just to establish, managing, or terminating the session between the transmitter and the receiver, and which we call it like sockets. Sockets means I am like, for example, I am sitting on the door, just I received the message from you, I have taken the message and I give it to the other layer, to the next layer, which it is the transport layer. So session layer here will work like like a door, receiving information from one side, sending it to other, and that's it. So they terminate the sessions between the layers and the communication. Now let's come to the transport layer. Transport layer, when I'm sending my message from one source, from the application, I told you that just I write on my message on my WhatsApp or something like that in the group, assalamu alaikum. So now when I'm trying to send that message, it will go to the transport layer. Now transport layer means that in this layer there will be given the, you know, like the address between source from device, from my device to your device. That's why they call it device to device delivery or end to end delivery. So that means that I'm going to give it like what they call it TCP, you know, transmission control protocol. I'm trying to establish a link to provide reliable process to process message delivery and also error delivery. But error, we will come to talk about error more when we come to data link layer. Here, just keep in your mind that the concept of transport layer, to give it like TCP or UDP, you know, two ways of transmitting. Either I am sending, before I send my message from one source, from one device to another device, I have to focus on a type. If I want to establish first the link, I send you, for example, you remember when you are trying to call someone, before receiving a call, even before starting, you know, ringing in his phone, there is a very small period of time which the mobile is silent before start you know, you hear it in the other, I mean, from your phone. That time is just the establishment of the connections, to initiate a connections between you and the tower, you know, then from the tower to the receiver. So if he is going to receive a call, or if the call reach to the destination, then you will start receiving like the ringing in your mobile when you are listening to. So in case of TCP, for example, I will bring it. I'm telling you this topic is important so that some questions will come in the terminal of it. TCP, transmission control protocol, means that a reliable communication is there. I have first to establish a connection, then I send my information or my request. Or I can use like UDP. So in this case, for example, I'm just like, for example, like what is going in TV. One information sent maybe to all people. So anyone opening his receiver, he can receive he can receive a message coming from that TV. So we can, in other way, we can say that this transport layer ensuring the communication between source and destination. In case of TCP, means that one-to-one communication, or we can say it like unidirectional only of a communication. But in case of UDP, for example, means that I can do it like one-to-one communication, or it like unidirectional, or it can be multi-directional, or it can be also broadcast, or in other way, not multi-directional. We can call it like, for example, in case of TCP, you can call it like unicast, only just one transmission. And UDP, it can be unicast or multicast, means I can send to two people so that those who are there, they can receive, or it can be broadcast. And you know about the word of broadcasting. Broadcasting means just you have the information and you are delivered to all. So anyone can receive that message. So from between device and device, from end to end, from my device to your device, the responsible layer, it is the transport layer. That's why they call it, it is the heart of OSI model. Okay? So if now I am sending information from this device to your device, when the information come to this point, it will be sent now to the other layer, network layer. Network layer, it's responsible for giving IP address, internet protocol address for the data. So now look, just come with me from here. I have my data, my informations here, which I'm sending. I have to encrypt it, means to put it like in term of bits and so on, and encrypt that data to secure my data. Either encryption, it has many types. Again, it's not the place here. It's not, it's out of your syllabus to go for encryptions. And then we have to send it through a socket programming to the transport layer. Transport layer now will start giving the first address from one device to another device. Now, when this information reach to transport layer, and it has been given that address, which they call it TCP, they send it to another link, network layer. Network layer will give it IP address. So now it will have TCP from here and IP from here. That's why many, if you open your computer, you'll find the term of TCP/IP. IP means you have to give like exact address for the computer. You know, every computer has his own CNIC number, and two types of IPs are there. One is logical IP or software IP, which is created by the network layer. So to move packets from source to destination and to provide internet working. You know, when you are sending your information from one place, from this device to the next device, to the end, to the last device, you should have its address. Now, when you got this IP, they will send the information to the data link layer. Data link layer here, they are now responsible. Okay, we have the information I'm sending. We have the message, which, for example, a teacher wants to send to us. He wrote the message. He encrypted that message. I did not do anything. All what I have to do as a user, just I write my message. That's why this, for example, it's available in the on our, I mean, with our dealing. It's like we can say this is under our control. But these things, they are available in OSI model, in the computer itself. It is type of software, programs, and it's built inside the Windows. So or Android or whatever device you are using. So now when your data comes to here, the data will gain again another IP. But that IP, it is physical IP address. They call it physical IP address, means like the CNIC card, no, not CNIC card, like this one, which we were discussing it before, like this one, the NIC, Network Interface Card. This one is the data link layer here, which it is responsible, and they call it MAC address. Okay, machine access code, or multi-control access media, or okay, it's a very important one, which it's responsible for taking the information from one router to another router, or from one switch to another, from point to point. Means, for example, I'm sending my information from here to another city, but my information will come from my device to my first router at home, from at the modem, the modem one at home. So then from the modem at home to the other next hub or other modem, it's available in the route, in the way. Like, for example, if you are coming from Sheikh Shehzad or from your area towards Islamabad, this is, for example, you can say, okay, your point, which you are sitting there, it is the application layer, or your first router, your first point of moving. If you are moving, then when you move through the road, the first signal you are finding on the way, you should have the information. I'm going from Islamabad, from Sheikh Shehzad, for example, or from Kumsat to Janah Super. You should have all the road map in your mind, and how many signals on the way to transfer, to go from one place to another. So if you know the signal, I mean the road and its signals, so means that if you have these types of addresses in your mind and you know the place, then you are moving in correct way. So it will organize your bit in frames. First of all, it will divide the bits which you are transmitting them. Like, for example, just imagine that this link here, they call it like, like when you are going morning to the school or to the university, you are already a complete data, a complete data. You are like one data which you are going to. But for that, you have to cover, like, for example, if you are going to the school, to the university, you have to wear the dress of the university. If you want to go to sport, for example, or hiking or something, you will wear another type of clothes. So this will give you, it will give the data a type of frame. Same thing. Like for example, maybe it's not I mean, those who are living in hostels, yes, they are using this. Like, but for example, those who are living at home, their moms, they will do everything for them. Okay, they will, before you move from your home as a data, as one, for example, informations or bits, I can say, they will make you looks like, okay, this, he looks like students. He will have his books, he will have his pen with him, and he will dress the university clothes. Same thing here. They will frame it, they will give it address. Okay, this information is going to be transferred from one place to another. If it is wireless, we will give it this type of frame. If it is wired, we will give it this type of frame. And this data link here, it has two things. One is hardware, which I show you just that NIC, and also lower layer of it, it is a type of, I mean, a part of it, it's also like a software layer, so that there will be like some programming between understanding the higher level, the software and hardware of it. That is the responsibility of network interface card, NIC. So now, just again, I will go back from the beginning and I will come. This is physical layer. This is nothing. This is just the wire which you are sending. If you are using, for example, wire cable like coaxial cable, fiber, or it is the wireless, the antenna one. So it's only transmit the bits over a medium. I mean, just to send, now you have your informations, and the way which we have explained before, the medium one, either it is wired or wireless, basically it's the responsibility of the physical layer, and it provides mechanical and electrical specifications regarding that, like coaxial cables or whatever, how many energy you want, how many power you want, and so on. Let's conclude this lecture again. I mean, these topics again, these layers again. Three types of layer you can see. I mean, if you just 7 layers are there. If you go for the software one, which it's under our control, is the application layer, where we are sending or writing our message, either WhatsApp, network applications or whatever. So this is the application layer where we interface with. Then presentation is the encryption of that, to encrypt, translate your data and encrypt it or compress it even. Then you have to send it to transport layer via the session. A session, just it will establish, manage, and terminate the sessions, then send it through Windows sockets or through the sockets towards the transport layer. Now, my message has been written, clear. I wrote my message. Computer, he encrypt all things. He sent it to the next level of that, which they call it the heart of the OSI model, which it is the transport layer. From there, the information will get the TCP, then it will get IB, and from IB of the network layer, the data again will get another physical layer or MAC address, and from the MAC address, it will be sent to the physical layer, which it is antenna or cables, or it is wired or wireless. So the physical layer, the data link layer here in this place, which we said it's MAC address, basically it's a unique IB address. For example, if you want to communicate your computer with another computer in the internet, you should have this CNIC number, this one. You should have this NIC, this one. This one is a unique IB or MAC address. It has physical address. No one in the world having, like, no duplicate number in the world like this. Each IB, each physical layer, or each address for this, it's written only, it's burned, it's like built in. For example, if there is any industry wants to build this device or to manufacture this device, they have first to communicate with the company which they are manufacturing or giving the IP addresses. I said, okay, I opened one company in Pakistan and I want to make these types of cars. First of all, I have to communicate the main distributor for the physical addresses or for MAC addresses, and I say, okay, I want to open industry. They said, okay, take please this number, and they will give me a numbers. You know, like for example, let me, if I go through this one, do you see my screen, my laptop screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what you see now?
Network hardware.
Network hardware.
Okay, but you did not see my
Network hardware.
you did not see my this one, my screen, I mean my Windows, my desktop, my screen itself. You did not see, right? Just you see the presentation, right?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So
Network
let's, no
cabling.
worries, no worries. I will, inshallah, I'll try just to cover again these topics and go through the through one practical, I mean, to show you what's the difference between IP and physical address and MAC address at the end of the day. Just let me now explain it more to you. So if we say that the physical address, be careful about this slide, please. Please be careful about this topic. This topic, again, I'm saying to you, it's important one. So the bits that are transmitted, for example, in physical address, the bits that are transmitted over the communication media, which already I explained, either
Hello,
by
hello,
using
sir. Is
antenna,
hello, hello,
wireless, or wired. So
hello,
normally it deals with network
hello,
hardware
sir.
and bit encodings. Example like copper, fiber, and radio
Excuse me.
satellites. Hello?
We have a one question, please.
Yes, please,
This
please.
is this is Danish. Is this really important topic? Will it come in the exam?
Okay, just focus with me on this topic here now. Okay, later on we will discuss them. We will have, inshallah, we will have one session, complete session for important topics. Okay, for the exam.
Okay, yeah, we will cooperate with you, inshallah. Don't worry. We are all
Yes.
here.
So please, yes, just
Please continue,
focus
yeah.
now with
Sure.
me here. Like for 5 minutes, we will finish this lecture now. So the data link again activates, maintains, and deactivates the physical links between two adjacent nodes, node to node. They call it, that's why they call it point-to-point communication, from one router to another router through the network, through the route. You are traveling from here, for example, to Lahore. So your destination from your home to the first toll plaza. Then you should, for example, have, I mean, a type of communications. Let me give you another example. Very easy example for data link layer, and you will not forget that. Imagine that you are traveling from here to Saudi Arabia or to UK, for example. What you have to do, first of all, you have to get reservation for your ticket, right? Then you have to buy that ticket. Now, in the ticket, what will be there? That is the link, data link layer. It will be written there. You will reach to Islamabad airport at this time. Your flight will, will take off at this time. You will reach then the destination, for example, to UAE or Dubai or something like that at this time. Then you will you will sit there for transit for this time, and you will travel to your destination at this time. And it's allowed for you also to have this type of kgs, weights to take with you. And also it's not allowed to you, for example, to take some liquids with you or something. All these informations, you are going to get it by the data link layer, by this one. So they will clear all the route, all the destination for you. You will have the informations when you reach in UAE, what you should have, when you reach, how many times you will stay, at what time you should go to the airport here in Islamabad, and what type of materials you have to take. All these informations are managed by the data link layer. You got the point? Hello?
Yes, sir. Got it.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everything is clear.
Yes.
Move to
So
the next
we can
topic.
hear
if
you.
you
Go
have all this, now when you are inside airplane, you will go through the air. You know, that is the physical layer. You got the point? Now you have been transmitted through the wireless. If you are sending your signal wireless, just imagine for a moment that you are a bit, I mean like a type of informations, and you have been transmitted from one place, from USA, for example, to Pakistan, or from Pakistan to Saudi Arabia, or whatever it is. If just you think about that, either you have been transmitted through wireless, like in the same way of transmission by sending you, if you have a ticket, or you are sending, or you are transmitted, you have been transmitted through the cables. Now, network layer, it will determine how best routes are, good for you. Like again, if you are in data link layer, this network layer here, as also it will show you the distance from source to destination. It will show you also which route is better for you. I am going to for example, if you want to get a ticket to travel, when you go to any shop, what he will tell you?
Sir, your
He
voice
will
is
tell you, okay,
reconnecting.
he will tell you you have this route. You can reach, for example, from this source, from Islamabad, for example, to Dubai in this time. And now we can give you now a ticket with no transit, with something like that, but the ticket is costly. This is one thing. The second thing, he will give you another things. Okay, you want to transfer, you want to travel, he will give you 3, 4, 5 options based on 3 things. One is timing, the cost. Second is the cost, either cost of your time, how much time you are going to pay, I mean to stay, or you have to pay more money, okay? Or you have to sacrifice these things. You have to manage between them. So it will show you this. It will show you the best route according to your budget and timing. So now, if you come again for transport, it will provide end-to-end message delivery. As we say that TCP connection is there, or UDP connection is there. So it deals with the end-to-end integrity and quality of service. End-to-end means from my device to your device. I'm not caring about, for example, if you are traveling from Islamabad to UK, I don't care about the road. Don't explain to me how I'm going to Islamabad airport. Don't explain to me how I will go to UAE or something. No, I have to reach to UK. So end to end, that was the responsibility of this one. But this one, it is important. It's the responsibility, no, to show you the detailed roads. And this one here, it will give you also, again, the physical address, the MAC address, and it will organize this type of transmission from one point to another point, how it will looks like. So data link layer again activates or maintain, and we said already, we have explained that. Session, it will establish, manage, already we have explained that. Presentation, also it will resolve data representation differences and encryption things. Applications, already we have explained. Now look, are you ready to explain if, for example, I give this figure in the exam and I don't want anything from you, just to fill these types of informations? You are sitting on this computer trying to communicate with this computer here. For example, first of all, you will use your application. You will send it to, then it will be sent to the presentation session. Now, the application signal here, it is the user data. Application header, there will be application header, means application information, just which it will represent that this is my device. Now, when it comes to the presentation, it will be added to the application header, again, presentation header, PH. Now, when it comes to session, again, the same data here now at the session, which it comes from the presentation data, it will have SH, session header. Now, when it comes to the transport, this data now, which it comes here SBDU, it will come to, and it will have transmission header. Then a network header, it will have network header, and it will work, it will take like each the data here, the data, it will take what the data user, it will take the information of the first. Now data link layer, it will take the link header. Physical layer, just now it will send it, and this communication will go. Now here, each layer of this will take its information. When it reaches to the physical layer here, the data link here, it will remove it is header, and it will send it to the upper one. Network layer here, it will remove it is network layer, and it will send it. So everyone, I mean, like F here, we call it like encapsulation. Every time we are increasing our data by giving it more headers, that is encapsulation. Transfer, changing our information from message to then first message, then segments, then datagram, and we send it. Now here again, when it has been received like datagram, then segments, and then at the end of the day, it will again come as it is here, message. The message, it will come to your device. I'm not caring about what is going inside all these things, but these things, it was managed already by the devices, by the OSI model. Let's say, if, for example, practical example, you are in application layer. Application layer, it's nothing, just writing email, dealing with your email, with with Skype, with internet. All these types are application layers here. Now for presentation layer, just you have to convert your data, and you have to encrypt that information, so it will be more secure when you send it. Session layer here, just to ensure that now the your signal which has been sent, it's in more, for example, like encrypted, and also it shows that the responsibility of authentication of your signal. So your signal, it's sure to be connected to be sent from source to destination. Now the transport layer is the responsibility of this device. Now transport layer, which will take it from your internet to the end system. For example, if I am trying to print or to send information from my home to your laptop or to your computer, okay, then what I have to do in such case, just the transport layer, it will give it TCP, and the data will be sent. Then transport layer here, two things, just be careful about these things, which again I'm telling you, TCP and UDP, user datagram protocol. So, and transmission control protocol. Now when the data has been transmitted through the network, again it will be reached to some network, I said, from one router to the next router, from your home to Islamabad airport, and so on. So you will have to know all the addresses for sending the data from source to destination, from the sender to the receiver. Then we have to give again the media access protocol, MAC address, the physical address, which we say that it is the responsibility. It's available in the computer here like NIC model. Okay. Then we have also a logical link control. Again, it's like two types of MAC addresses are there, which it translates your knowledge, your informations from the software to the hardware to be understandable and to be sent to the upper level. Now, and this is the physical layer, just all the wires and wireless devices. Okay, so I request you again, please, to go through these types of devices like application layers. If you are using, these are the applications which we are dealing with. Transport layer, again, TCP, UDP. Network layer, which is IP, ICM, where you have to correct your informations and also give IP addresses for that. Okay, and the lower layers here, whatever it is, I mean the type of service which you are using, WiMAX or GSM or Wi-Fi or whatever it is. So again, please just go through these questions. I will explain inshallah next to you in the next lecture the other important topics which it's related, I mean, to all important topics which we are going to discuss. Just see here now one more topic in this one. I'm sending my information from this mobile to, for example, to any mobile in the network. All these mobiles or devices, the application layers, these are the network edge. We call it the network edge or hosts. Okay, and all these devices available here are like the routers or the core of the networks. These are the core of the networks here, which is available here. Okay, so, and it's also like the media, you know, when transmitting information from one place to another. So whenever you are sending your information, you have either you have host or you have media like wired or wireless, these wired or wireless, and you have also the core of the networks. So, and we will explain inshallah this more in detail in the next lecture. Okay, today just we will end it. We will end here, and I think it's more than enough for you today.
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Thank
sir.
you.
Okay, so just keep
Okay,
this topic
sir.
in your mind, and please go through it more. You know, just
Inshallah,
even
inshallah.
go through the video again of it,
Okay, sir.
and you have to study it. And inshallah ta'ala, we'll
Okay,
keep
sir, inshallah.
we will have like one
Inshallah,
or two
inshallah.
sessions more. Okay.
Inshallah.
It was
Thank you.
nice.
Okay.
I think you have you have understood the topics. Otherwise,
Yeah,
if
we
you guys
understood
want
that
to go through
Islamabad
again,
airport is a very nice place.
yes. Okay, just go through it. Okay.
Sir, what about attendance?
I was kidding, yeah. Thank
No
you.
worries. No worries.
Sir,
Thank
what
you.
about
Thank you. Have a
attendance?
good day.
So the attendance.
Yes, sir.
I already
Huh?
took the no Ramzan, please take like a screenshot for them. Okay.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Okay. If you allow me now, just we will end the
Sir, I am downloading the list of all the things.
okay.
Oh,
Okay then.
please stay here, everyone.
Okay.